Well, hi, howdy, everybody, and welcome back to Orthodox Review, the most uneducated educational program on the internet. And boy, oh boy, do people love to remind me. And then I, in turn, have to remind them. Someone missed a memo somewhere along the way. Anyway, welcome one and all to episode 80, where we're going to be covering The Law of God by Archpriest Seraphim Slobodski. Before we get into the book, we got to do the basic stuff, right? First of all, like, share, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Thanks to the patron who wished to remain anonymous, who donated the book to the show. If you're looking for maybe a way to blow some money that you got laying around, you could support the show either through our Patreon, channel memberships, PayPal, that sort of stuff. And I was looking at my stats, and I realized that only half of the people watching are subscribed. So to you half that are not subscribed, help a brother out maybe. Maybe subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I'm not pulling that gag again. Anyway, so that out of the way, thank you all so very much for all of your kind support. You're making a boy's dream come true here. So with that out of the way, let's get into the book. So this was originally written in Russian by Archpriest Seraphim Slobodski and published in 1966 as a textbook, a supplement, because still under communist yoke, there was no formation in schools whatsoever. And so this was published for parents to teach their children at home or maybe in a group setting, and it is quite literally a textbook, which is pretty cool. The first English edition appeared in 1993, translated by Mrs. Susan Price, and published through Holy Transfiguration Monastery in Jordanville, the print shop of St. Job of Pajayev. This particular copy is a fifth printing from 2019. There's only ever been one edition, and this is it. And it is a beaut. Thanks to the weight of the paper they used and the binding, it's not lay flat as such, but lays pretty flat because of the weight of the thing. Even if we go here to the beginning, it doesn't necessarily lay flat, but it stays open pretty easily. It's easy to manipulate, has that nice kind of leatherish cardboard covering. The binding is solid, as you would expect from a textbook, something that's going to be used for years and years and years. Solid all the way through. So, in case you haven't noticed, I'm trying not to say so much, so bear with me on that one. See, I want to say it right now. I want to go, I'm just going to say Okay, I've already given in. Forgive me. The illustrations, I would imagine, are from the original, and they've done a fine job of adding pictures and more illustrations into the text, which I would imagine in a world where people had money to just throw away would be in color, but this is great for what it is intended for. Now, of note, first of all, I gotta say, right off the bat, it's beneficial to all. Now, this is only part one in a series on catechetical works that we're going to be doing, but this is the most prominent because it's the oldest that we have in the English language. So that being said, it's highly beneficial to all. I would recommend this straight out. I would recommend this for inquirers and catechumens. And as always, talk to a priest. I've been talking to a lot of folks, a lot of young people lately, online through emails and through Patreon and the comment section. There's a lot of young people out there who are zealous to become Orthodox, and their experience may or may not be exclusively through books and the internet. So please reach out to a priest, email, telephone call, whatever. If you need help finding one, reach out. I'll help you. That being said, there's a couple notes on what is in here. And I gotta say, everything is in here. I don't know if you can hear me shaking my head vigorously up and down, that no stone is left unturned in this volume. And there is dear Archpriest Seraphim of blessed memory. May it be eternal. Now, regardless of What I would personally change as far as the ordering of the book, it goes through basic concepts, prayers, which, because, of my love for prayers and prayer books, we're going to look at that in just a minute. The sacred history of the Old and New Testaments. And this is literally, you can see all these sections here. It literally takes you through the entire Bible. It is the ultimate Bible study, and it is all of the basic tenets and things that everyone should know, and a lot of things that I don't know, and I would imagine a lot of people don't know. But not only that, it doesn't end at the end of the New Testament. It goes through the early church, through the destruction of Jerusalem, all the way to the fall of the Roman Church and the enlightenment of the Slavs. Of course, the book was written for Russian children, so of course it would end there. But it does not skimp out on anything. It also goes through the Christian life, the services of the church, all the way through the bells, everything, monasticism. And I'm not entirely certain where it is, but there is a section on, yes, okay, let's go to page 406 right quick. And this is one of the few things that I didn't bookmark. Or did I? No, I didn't. It's just before here. Oh, forgive me. Yeah, we're doing the page flippy thing again, folks. Nothing new under the sun, right? So 406, this is of great interest and value to all of us, because a lot of people like to ask about canons and that sort of thing. And there is a short section that goes on through not only the creeds, but, oh man, where was it? No, maybe it's not there. Where? Oh man, okay, I'm so sorry. I was unprepared for this. I thought I had written it down somewhere. It literally goes through the 7 ecumenical councils and gives you like kind of a rundown on everything that happened there. Man, I dropped the ball on that one. I think it's in Christian Faith and Life section. I am so sorry, folks. Uneducated. Got you right there. Anyway, so the first section that I wanted to bring to your attention, because it kind of pertains to something that we've been talking about a lot lately, and that is prayer rules. And before the advent of the modern prayer book, in which John Q. Public and Jane Q. Public read monastic rules at home with their children, there was just basic morning and evening prayers. And in the absence of mass-marketed prayer books, this was typically what people would read, or actually have memorized, outside of the Trisagion and the usual prayers. So to have that laid bare like that for children, it's easy for children to just learn 2 prayers and call it a day. The second section that I wanted to bring to your attention, and I love this. There's a whole section on, science and whatnot. And there's this great little quote here from Darwin. And it says here, even Darwin the scholar, who was afterwards exploited by half-learned men to refute belief in God, was a very religious man all his life. For many years, he was the lay leader of his parish. He never thought that his findings contradicted belief in God. After Darwin set forth his teaching about the evolutionary development of life on Earth, he was asked, in the chain of evolution, where is the first link? And I love this. Darwin answered, it was riveted to the throne of the Most High. Bam! I love that. Just wanted to kind of point that out to y'all. And then what did I bookmark here? Oh, there's the bookmark we were looking for. The short summaries of the ecumenical councils. Bingo. I knew I had it in there somewhere. Anyway, so yeah, it does give you a brief rundown of all the councils, which is awesome. And actually, earlier in the book, or no, right here. So it'll go through the creed and line by line. And this is just the first line of the creed going through. Like, it's really super in depth. And it also goes through the Beatitudes and the commandments. And it's still over here, we're still in the creed, the 7th article of creed. So, anyway, of particular note is the epilogue. And if it weren't so long, I would read it in its entirety. Pardon me. But it pretty much tells us that, you know what, it tells us what Father Seraphim Rose has said, and what so many others have said, that, you know what, we're getting closer to the end days here. So if you're reading out of a prayer book, keep reading out of a prayer book. Make as many services as you can. Learn about God. Learn the law of God. And by no means sell yourself short. And with that, on behalf of Miss Spooky Cat, who is right there, and myself, thank you all so very much for continuing to be a part of the magic that is Orthodox Review. I look forward to working for you harder in the future as we move onward and upward. And with all of that out of the way, don't forget to go to church, say your prayers, and remember God. I love you all. God bless you. And I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Deuces.